Today, we're plunging into the world of product reviews. We're focusing on what seems like a small gadget, but maybe an incredibly useful one, the Elebase USB to USB-C adapter 4-pack.
Right. And our mission today, it's really to get past just star ratings you see online. We want to genuinely unpack what real buyers are saying about this specific product. We'll pull out those vital insights from, well, hundreds of thousands of reviews that have been provided.
Yeah, wow, that many.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. And the goal is to help you make truly informed purchasing decisions, for your own tech setup.
Okay.
We'll look at the features they list, the practical uses people find for it, and crucially, what works well.
And what doesn't.
Exactly. And where users might face some challenges, all coming straight from that massive amount of user feedback.
Okay, so let's kick things off with maybe the most basic question. Why do we even need something like a USB to USB-C adapter?
Right.
It feels like USB-C is everywhere now, but these adapters are still so popular. What's the specific problem this Elebase adapter pack actually trying to solve?
Well, it really comes down to bridging a technology gap, doesn't it?
Okay.
So many of us, we still have older devices, maybe laptops, or even just those charging blocks everyone has lying around.
The USB-A ones, the rectangular ones?
Exactly, the traditional USB-A ports.
Yeah.
But all the newer stuff, new phones like the iPhone 15 or 16, the latest iPads, Samsung Galaxy phones, other accessories, they're increasingly using the smaller reversible USB-C standard.
Right, which is great, bet.
But you have the mismatch. So this adapter, specifically the USB-A male to USB-C female type.
That's what the Elebase is.
Yes. It's designed precisely to connect those two worlds.
Yeah.
It lets you plug your modern USB-C cables or peripherals into those older existing USB-A ports.
Ah, okay. So you don't have to throw out all your old chargers or docks.
Precisely. It's like a universal translator for your gadgets, almost, allowing your new USB-C devices to communicate with your older USB-A infrastructure.
That makes sense. I know I've definitely got devices still using USB-A and way too many USB-C cables now.
We all do. It's about maximizing the utility of what you already own, really.
Instead of constantly buying new cables or power bricks for everything.
Exactly. It's just a pragmatic solution for this ongoing tech transition we're all living through.
Okay, so that brings us to what this product actually promises to do. The Elebase adapter, it comes as a 4-pack of these converters, right? USB-C, female to a male.
Correct, a 4-pack.
And the product listing, it mentions compatibility with a huge range of new tech. You mentioned the new iPhones 15 and 16 series.
iPhone 16, 16 Pro, plus Pro Max, the 15 series.
Apple Watches, iPads Pro, Air, Mini, Samsung Galaxy phones like the S25, S23, down to S21, even AirPods Pro. That's a lot of devices.
It is a very long list, and this is where the nuance becomes really, really important.
Oh.
Because the manufacturer themselves include some crucial read-before-you-buy details, and these often get missed.
Ah, the small print?
Kind of, but they're not just minor footnotes. They really define what the adapter can do, and maybe more importantly, what it can't do. Its limitations are significant.
Right. So let's get into those specifics then. What does this adapter genuinely do well, according to the maker, and where does it explicitly say it fell short?
Okay, first, what it can do. They state it's fully capable of charging your devices.
Phones, tablets.
Yes, phones and tablets. It can duplicate files, so think transferring photos, documents between devices.
Okay, basic data transfer.
Right. And it should integrate seamlessly with things like USB-C earphones, wireless network adapters, even SD card adapters if they use USB-C.
So charging and standard data tasks seem covered.
That's its primary strength, yes, and probably what most people are buying it for.
But you mentioned big limitations. This is often where the user frustration happens, right? When expectations don't quite match the reality.
Absolutely. And this is a key one. These adapters are not suitable for video exportation.
No video out.
Almost none. They make one exception.
Yeah.
Webcams might work.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you simply cannot use them with cables, adapters, or docking stations designed for video output.
Like HDMI or DisplayPort.
Exactly. If you're hoping to plug this into your laptop's old USB-A port and then connect the USB-C to HDMI cable to your monitor, it won't work for video.
Why not?
It just lacks the internal circuitry needed to handle those display signals. It's not built for that.
Okay, that's a really important one to know. What else?
Another critical limitation. It is not capable of charging a laptop.
Ah, okay. So phones and tablets are fine, but not a power-hungry laptop.
Correct. Laptops just draw significantly more power than this adapter can safely or effectively facilitate.
Got it. So definitely not a universal power solution, especially for bigger devices or for display connections.
Precisely. And then there's the data side. Well, it does handle file
Which
duplication.
has, you mentioned that.
Yes. But the speed of that data transfer is limited. It follows the USB 2.0 protocol.
Okay, USB 2.0. What does that mean practically?
It means it'll work fine for, everyday files, moving some photos around documents, but you won't be getting the super fast speeds of modern USB 3.0 or 3.1.
So transferring a huge video file might take a while.
It would. Think of it like a local side street versus a major highway. USB 2.0 is the side street. It gets you there, but slower.
Okay, that's a good analogy. Any other nuances?
One final one on charging that's often overlooked. The speed, and sometimes even whether charging works at all, depends heavily on the voltage of your power source.
The wall plug or the port you plug it into?
Exactly. If that source, say an old low-power wall adapter or a very basic car USB port, has really low voltage, this adapter won't magically boost it. It's essentially just passing the power through. So if the source is weak, the charging might be slow, or it could even fail entirely.
Right, it can't fix a weak power source. It just connects the cable.
You got it. Understanding these limits is really vital.
Absolutely. Okay, so beyond the internal specs and compatibility, the sources also mention its physical design. There is a phrase, Beauty and the Beast. What's that about?
Yeah, it's a catchy phrase, but it actually points to something practical.
Okay.
The beast part refers to the robust build. It has an aluminum alloy shell, which is meant to be durable and ensure a stable connection over time. It's not just flimsy plastic.
Which is important. You don't want it breaking off in the port.
Exactly. A flimsy adapter is worse than useless. The beauty part refers partly to the colorful coatings they offer, which apparently resist peeling, but also to the design philosophy, which call it plug once, connected forever. The idea is that these adapters are designed to be really minimized in size.
Low profile.
Very low profile. So they can stay plugged into a device's port, maybe on the back of a computer or a charging hub, without sticking out awkwardly.
So you're not constantly plugging and unplugging the adapter itself.
Right. Which, over time, reduces wear and tear, both on the adapter and, maybe more importantly, on the actual port of your expensive device.
That's actually quite clever. A small detail, but it makes a difference in convenience and potentially longevity.
It's a thoughtful design choice for such a small item.
And you mentioned it comes with a service promise. Does that add much reassurance?
It certainly helps. The product description mentions a 12-month worry-free service plan.
Okay.
And they commit to replacing it if it doesn't meet the standards they set out or, your expectations. So yeah, that does provide a decent layer of confidence for buyers.
Okay, now for the main event, I suppose, the voice of the customer. This thing has, what was it, over 57,000 global ratings.
57,556 to be precise, last time we checked. And an impressive 4.6 out of 5 stars overall.
That is a massive user base providing feedback. So what are those tens of thousands of customers really saying? Let's dig into that AI analysis.
Okay, yeah, the sheer volume is incredible. And the AI-generated review insights, they paint a really clear picture. The overwhelmingly positive feeling centers on a few key themes.
Like what?
Well, number one is simply works well. Over 3,600 mentions.
Wow.
Customers consistently say it works great, it's very useful. You see comments like, works great, thank you for the quick delivery, or great product that does exactly what it says it does. Just simple, direct praise.
That's a very strong signal from a huge number of people. It suggests it reliably does the main job it's supposed to do.
Absolutely. Then there's value for money. That comes up over 900 times. Right. Yeah. People see it as a great value. They often mention it's cheaper than buying a whole bunch of new cords and that the quality is good for the price.
Right. Makes sense.
Someone wrote, great value, work great. Another said, a very good product at a great price. It seems to hit that sweet spot between working well and being affordable.
Functionality and affordability, that's always a winning combo for tech accessories like this.
Indeed. Then you have mentions specifically about adapter quality, over 900 mentions, and just general quality, over 750 mentions.
So people feel it's well built.
Yeah, they describe them as solid, reliable, well-made. They mentioned a secure feel when plugged in. Comments like, good quality works perfect, and these adapters appear to be well-made and have worked well so far.
So not flimsy little things that feel like they'll break easily.
That seems to be the consensus, yes.
What about actually using them? Is it simple?
Ease of use comes up nearly 700 times. People find it simple, handy, perfect for adapting those newer C-type cords to their existing USB blocks or ports.
Right.
One user was quite enthusiastic. Fantastic items, easy to use and perfect for blocks that have USBs to be used with the new charging cords.
Uh-huh. Sounds like a happy customer.
Definitely. And finally, fit, mentioned over 670 times. People appreciate how compact and low profile it is.
That design point again?
Exactly. It doesn't get in the way. Someone said it's small and low profile and doesn't get in the way, which is ideal if you've got ports close together or just limited space.
Okay, so the positives are really strong, very consistent across a huge sample size, works well, good value, good quality, easy to use, good fit.
That sums up the positive side very well.
But even with 4.6 stars, nothing's perfect for everyone. Where did things get a bit more nuanced, or where did some users actually run into problems?
Right, and this is where we need to look a bit closer. While the overall feeling is definitely positive, there are some areas with mixed reviews that are worth noting.
Like
connectivity. It's mentioned over 300 times, but the feedback here is more varied.
Okay.
Some users absolutely report solid connections, good data transfer. You see things like solid connection and no issues with charging or data transfer.
Good.
However, a noticeable number report issues. We see phrases like, item is hit and miss, doesn't work on all device cords, or no data transfer and gets hot charging.
Hit and miss isn't ideal.
No. And there was one very specific, quite detailed negative review from someone trying to connect their iPhone 15 Pro Max to their Lexus USB port.
Okay, what happened?
They said it just kept charging, not charging, and back and forth it went. And crucially, CarPlay would not connect.
Oh, that's really frustrating, especially for CarPlay where you need that stable connection for maps and music.
Exactly. It suggests that specific device-to-device or device-to-car compatibility can still be a bit of a wildcard for some users, even if it works fine for most.
And maybe that USB 2.0 speed limit comes into play sometimes too, if the device expects more.
It's possible. Some connectivity issues might stem from users expecting it to handle higher data speeds or protocols like CarPlay perfectly in every single scenario, which might push the limits of USB 2.0 or the adapter's capabilities in certain cars.
Okay. What about charging? You said it works well generally, but any negatives there?
Yes, charging capability actually has over 200 negative mentions, alongside the many positive ones. While, again, many find it perfectly fine for charging phones and tablets, those comments about not charging or gets hot charging do pop up.
So performance varies.
It seems to reinforce that point about the power source. The performance might depend heavily on the specific charger or port you're using it with, or maybe the device being charged.
Right. It's a reminder that the adapter is just one part of the chain.
Exactly. It can only do so much if the power source isn't quite up to scratch for what you need.
So the takeaway is manage expectations. If you need video out, super fast data, or laptop charging, look elsewhere.
Correct.
But for basic phone tablet charging and standard file transfers, especially adapting older ports, it generally does the job well for most people.
That seems to be the main story from the reviews, yes.
What about some specific examples? How are people actually using these in the real world? Any cool or common scenarios that stood out from the reviews?
Oh yeah, this is where you see the practical value. Car use came up a lot.
I can imagine. Cars are slow to update their ports.
Totally. One user, Steph D, called it a reliable adapter for the car. They specifically used it for an iPhone 16 Pro with their Honda Pilot.
And it worked.
Perfectly, they said, both for charging and for Apple CarPlay, crucially, after several other brands they tried had failed.
Ah, so it solved a specific CarPlay problem for them.
It did. Another user, Rain Conception Nemo, also mentioned using it successfully for car, charging with an iPhone 16 Pro Max and an Apple Watch Ultra 2. Bridging that car tech gap seems like a major win for this product.
That definitely makes sense. What about outside the car?
Travel was another one. Miller Chow called them solidly made and great for travel, saying they handled all kinds of outlets, easily, presumably meeting different USB ports encountered while traveling.
Handy for hotels or airports?
And just for home and office convenience. Tiffany Richards said they were perfect for what they were made for, converting the USB-A ports on her nightstand so she could use her newer USB-C phone cords.
Simple, but solves a daily annoyance.
Exactly. And Jaded John called them a simple fix for outdated ports. They keep some in a tech bag, one in a drawer, uses them with the Surface Pro 11. They really appreciated the 4-pack, allowing them to just leave adapters in different places.
Right. The 4-pack means you don't have to constantly move one adapter around. You can just equip your main spots.
Precisely. Julio also praised its versatility in general, saying he tested it with a variety of cables for both audio and power charging and had no issues.
Good all-around performance for him. Any international feedback?
Yeah, we saw reviews from Germany, Australia, the UAE, the UK, all echoing the positive points about practicality, robustness, quality.
Consistent message globally, then.
Pretty much. Though it's worth mentioning, one UK reviewer did find it could be a bit fiddly to remove from the USB port sometimes. A minor point, but noted.
Still, overwhelmingly positive experiences across different uses and locations. Now, was there anything really unexpected that came up? Something beyond the tech specs and user reviews?
There was actually something I wasn't expecting to see for a simple adapter.
Oh, what's that?
It has a sustainability feature. This product is listed as carbon-free certified by ClimeCar.
Carbon-free certified. What does that mean for an adapter?
It means the company worked with ClimeCo to measure the carbon emissions generated throughout the adapter's entire life cycle.
From making it to shipping it.
Exactly. Manufacturing, distribution, the whole process. They apparently reduced emissions where they could, and then the remaining unavoidable emissions were offset.
How?
By investing in third-party verified carbon reduction projects. These could be things like renewable energy projects, improving energy efficiency somewhere, or maybe forestry projects.
Huh. So for listeners who are trying to be more conscious about their environmental impact, even with small tech purchases.
That's actually a pretty interesting and potentially compelling detail to consider. It's not just about the function, but also the product's footprint.
It's definitely a differentiator in a crowded market of adapters. Okay, so wrapping this all up, what does this deep dive mean for you, the listener? Whether you're prepping for a meeting, catching up in the field, or just curious about gadgets.
Well, I think this look into the Elebase USB to USB-C adapter shows it's a product that, for the most part, really delivers on its core promise, bridging that common tech gap between USB-A and USB-C.
Right.
The user feedback strongly suggests it offers great value, pretty solid quality, and it's easy to use for most people.
But with those key caveats.
Absolutely crucial caveats. You have to manage expectations. Remember, the data speed is USB 2.0, not super fast.
Okay.
And more importantly, remember its limitations. No video output, basically, except maybe webcams, and no charging laptops.
Got it.
So if your main goal is simply charging phones or tablets or doing standard speed file transfers, and especially if you need a reliable fix for older USB-A ports like in your car, then this 4-pack seems like a very solid practical choice based on what thousands and thousands of users have experienced. Knowing these specifics upfront helps you avoid disappointment and really make an informed decision that fits your actual needs.
It definitely clarifies where this adapter shines the everyday charging and connection tasks and where you absolutely shouldn't expect it to perform. That's exactly the kind of insight needed before clicking buy.
Precisely.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. As technology keeps racing ahead, how much longer will little adapters like these even be a daily essential in our tech bags? And maybe more interestingly, what new kinds of bridge technologies or standards will emerge next to connect our ever-evolving devices?